I'm just wondering, can we come up with a new word for grief or grief journey? Welcome to Women with Wisdom and Wine with Jen. This is my kickoff to that, and I'm so excited that you are viewing this with me. But I'm starting off on the topic of grief because I am a certified grief coach, and I am launching my grief coaching program called After the Call. And I wanted to share a little bit of that with you. So I'm having a little glass of wine, and I'm going to talk to you about grief. Just a little bit. I don't want to make anybody too sad, but it's a real thing, right? And I try to think of another word for that. So this weekend, I was hit very hard with just reminders of people in my life. I've had grief woven throughout my life since I was 8 years old. So if you're new here, you don't know that, but you'll get to know that pretty quickly because I have lost tragically 3 brothers. I've also lost a very, very dear friend of mine tragically, and more recently, one of my longtime best friends last year. So grief is interwoven into my life, and it is part of my story and part of my path to Jen Morgan Inspires. So here we are. After the Call was started because I feel like everything changes after you get that phone call, whether it's a diagnosis or a tragic phone call or someone just letting you know that something is going to change in your life. And then you have to immediately, something sets in that everything's going to change. So I feel like with After the Call, with Jen Morgan Inspires, it's going to be more about your path. I don't believe in stages of grief. I don't believe that there is a set time and a period of time or a time frame that you have to get from one thing to another, and then poof, you're done with grief. You're done with that in your life, and you can move forward. I like to believe there's hope. I believe in faith. I believe deeply in being strengthened through peace and time. I don't always believe that time heals all wounds. I believe it's what you do in that time that helps you to start healing. So I think when you're going through that sorrow, you need someone alongside you that, first of all, understands. But the thing is there are no two people that experience grief the same way. Even if it's the same person that you lost, it doesn't mean you are going to experience it the same way. For instance, in losing 3 brothers, I have 6 other siblings that are living, and each one of us have experienced that grief, that loss, that heartbreak completely different. We all feel a different way about that person that left us, that is gone. And I think that's an important thing to remember when you're experiencing grief. So After the Call is where I just want to show compassion. I just want to be alongside you, regardless of what that is. And it doesn't have to mean death. Grief and loss come in so many different forms. It comes with a big move to a different city or location where you're starting over, or a breakup with friends. If you're having a heartbreak of loss of friends that for whatever reason, they're not in your life anymore. And so loss can come in so many different ways. It could be a job or career change. And that's something I want to walk alongside you with. I've experienced a lot of loss in my life, but one thing I can tell you is I always hold on to hope, and I always hold on to my faith. Even if you're not a Christian or you're not based in faith, I do that as a gentle reminder that there's something somewhere that's going to hold you up and keep you going. And so that's what After the Call is about. This weekend was hard for me. The reminder that, 9 years ago on January 10th, I lost one of my very best friends, and I didn't get to say goodbye to her. And 6 months ago, I lost one of my very dear friends, and I did get to say goodbye to her, but I still was never prepared for her not to be in my life anymore. So I feel you. I want to be alongside you. So Hopefully you guys can post comments or questions, and I just let me know what you need, what you want out of Jen Morgan Inspires, my grief coaching, and what After the Call can do for you. So I hope to hear from you.